The lion is the king of the jungle. How can he be the king of the jungle? If he's not the biggest, the elephant is probably one of the biggest. He can't be the fastest because that's a cheetah. He can't be the smartest. So he's not the biggest, the fastest, or the smartest. So how does a lion become the king of the jungle? His mentality. That's the only difference of a lion and an elephant. When a lion walks up and sees an elephant, he thinks lunch. An elephant thinks run.
Yeah, you know I'm a beast. You know I'm a beast. Welcome to the feast. My whole team off the leash. We don't know defeat. Everybody eat. Hey, you know I'm a beast. You know I'm a beast. Welcome to the feast. My whole team off the leash. We don't know defeat. Everybody eat. Hey, you know I'm a beast.
Can I run up the score, run up the board, breaking them all? Hey, hey, walking the door. You know what happened? We step on the floor. Hey, hey, coming from on. You don't want partners, you already know it. Hey, hey, come on, mind to it. You already know I'm finna go do it. Hey, yeah, I'm locked in and I feel like Mark 10. Hey, walking to a room, chest up with my chin. Hey, already finished for this joint, even begin. Hey, win is what I am. I cannot ever pretend. Ay, yeah, never pretend. Ay, back in the lab again. Ay, you when not touching the friends. Ay, you when not touching the kin. Ay, putting the points on the board. I'm killing the boys. You know what it is. Ay, switching the moves. No number two. I came in to win. I said I'm tapped in with the action. Either got the master on a master. I can never move passive. I'm active. I can make them go ghost on this cast. But wanna know who running it? Just ask us. On the track, I'm gunning it. I'm blasting this, that gas, and diesel, shack and dog.
You know I'm a beast. You know I'm a beast. Welcome to the feast. My whole team off the leash. We don't know defeat. Everybody eat. Hey, you know I'm a beast. You know I'm a beast. Welcome to the feast. My whole team off the leash. We don't know defeat. Everybody eat. Hey, you know I'm a beast.
Hold up. Pay attention, this is beast mode. Got an edge on the game like a cheat code. Had to tighten up my focus like a peephole. I want the rings and the chains like I'm Depot. Big dog walking, check my status. We established when it's show. Time to squat, making plays. Ooh, it's magic like some. We want the smoke. Y'all ain't really about that action. We got perfect off the practice. They ain't working, so they lack it. I've been hungry all my life. I ain't passing up a plate. I can't quit until I win. I ain't having no debates. This is sacrificing heart. That's exactly what it takes. So I'm going full.
This is it. The playoffs are here. Round 1 is this week. 6 teams enter into the week with championship hopes, but there can only be one King of the Hill. Prior to kickoff Sunday, we wanted to get an inside look at some of our GM's seasons. Not everyone was able to make it tonight as they're deep in thought on their roster constructions, but special shout out to Kevin. Hope the family's all right, man. Now, let's bring the content. So now on the screen, we have Chris, the GM of Genty's Juggernauts. Chris,
thanks for having me, Commit. It's good to be in here.
Yeah, thanks for joining. All right, so get right into it. Last week, you had a win and in situation. Talk about the pressure. Can the team continue this in the postseason?
So pressure is purely a mental state, right? That doesn't impact the actual play on the field. Good coaching keeps our guys in it, and they keep them focused. And we had good momentum going into last week, and we kept that momentum going forward. And that's all we needed. We just kept rolling, and we did our job. You know, you got 11 men on the field, and they got to do their job, and they did. And now we're in, and now we just keep pushing forward.
And now you're here. You made it. You made it to the dance.
That's right.
All right, next question. It's been an inconsistent season for Ashton Genty. How can he find consistency through these next few weeks?
It has been an inconsistent year for him. That's kind of what you get with rookies. And he's learning as he's coming along in this league. Unfortunately, the team he's on, they need to lift him up a little bit, and they're not. They're kind of trying to not wear out the tread on those tires so far. And I think that's kind of hurt his production a bit. And hopefully we can get him some more carries and some receiving yards going forward.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, he's a great running back. You got to use him any way you can.
Yeah, he has all the talent. We just got to use him in the right ways.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, good answer. All right, so you had a big trade this season. You got George Kittle on the roster. Tell me about how that has helped this team.
He gave me consistency at tight end. Although he was hurt for a number of weeks in the middle of the season when I really needed him, which probably hurt our record. It would have helped to have him. I wouldn't have had to do a win and in to get into the playoff probably. But at least now that he's back and now that the Niners are pushing hard for playoffs and to get in, I think we're going to get some real good numbers out of him. He missed playing so much this year. He's really ready to go and rack up some touchdowns.
I mean, he's still a top 12 tight end. I mean,
Yeah. I got him for a steal.
yeah.
Very happy to have.
What
It was the
was
same with.
what was the
I
trade?
I believe it was for a D lineman. I'm not 100% sure.
Okay.
I traded with Mike, and injured neighbors there likes to have their D lineman, and he's done a bunch of trades for defensive players. So I think that's probably what it was, and I'm happy with it.
All right, yeah, awesome. Okay, so our last question here is a segment that we've brought back from previous years past. The segment is Laura wants to know, what do you want for Christmas this year?
Oh, I've been asking everybody for warm socks. You can't beat toasty feet when you're out there snow blowing or working outside. I mean, it's
You know,
critical.
that is true. Today I had to wear my thin socks because I had nothing left. Oh, my feet were cold.
Yep, yep. Nice
But
merino wool is what you need. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. All right, Chris. Well, thanks for joining us. I won't take any more of your time. All right, man. Good luck.
Yeah. Thanks for having me. You too.
All right. So on the line, we have the GM of the Injured Neighbors, Michael. There he is.
It's good to be here.
Yeah, glad we could set this up.
Yes, sir. Me too.
All right, let's jump right into it. So, Mike, from 11th place in week 3 to moving into the playoffs, summarize the season in one word.
Aura. Aura. Gotta have that aura. Moxie.
All right.
You know,
That's
it's just
yeah.
down but not out, baby. Let's go. We're always in it. We're always ready to play. We're here to win it.
Hell yeah. All right, talk about your rookie QB. You traded a second-round pick for Jackson Dart back in August.
Jackson Dart, he's just that guy. He's just that guy. He's coming after everybody. He's gonna surpass Josh Allen. He's gonna Patrick Mahomes. Who? He's our aura guy. He puts the team on his back, and he's always ready to go.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, he's been doing great this season for a rookie.
Yes, he has.
All right, I want to talk about another trade you made. You traded for CeeDee Lamb back in October. How has that helped the locker room?
Well, CeeDee Lamb's kind of a diva, so locker room wise, it hasn't really helped. But he's really good on the field. Speaking of that trade, we got to go back to the trade prior to that. Sorry, I got to get the fake Rolex in there. Yeah. So when I went back in, whenever it happened, when I traded Fred Warner to the Scum Daddies for Josh Jacobs, that was the real turner of the season right there. Unfortunately for Scum Daddies, there's a little bit of friendly fire on Fred Warner, and he broke his ankle. But
Yeah.
that's really unfortunate, and it makes it hard to sleep at night. But someone had to make it to the playoffs. CeeDee
Right.
Lamb's been great. Glad to have him. Rasheed Rice, thank you, Johnny. We're here to play.
Yeah, you've been a trade maniac this season.
Hey,
Players
thought the
are
season
just
was out,
chess pieces,
so I had to.
right?
Excuse me?
Players are just chess pieces, right?
That's right. Always making moves.
All right, and we're bringing back a segment that I think everybody enjoyed. Laura wants to know.
Yes.
Yeah.
What would you like to know, Laura?
So Laura would like to know, what do you want for Christmas this year?
Probably a Brian Burns jersey, if I had to guess.
Okay.
That would probably be my favorite. That or like a Milwaukee drill would be great. You know, I love starting to get real into Milwaukee. Love that stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Milwaukee's a good brand.
it sure is.
Well, all right, Mike. Thanks for your time, and good luck through the
Thank you.
playoffs.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Here to play.
Your first place team in the playoffs is Crocker, the GM of Crocker's Cronies. How you doing today?
Oh, dude, fantastic. Words can't describe on where we're at right now.
Yeah. Let's just jump right into the questions here. So from third place to first place after the final week in the regular season, you gained a first round bye in the playoffs. How pumped was the team?
Oh, dude, it was crazy. Even a couple of weeks ago, we were what 3 weeks ago we were out of the playoffs, almost like I think seventh place. And then just the whole team went off. Jameer Gibbs getting 60 points that one week with a couple of our other receivers getting almost 30 points apiece. Man, the whole team went off right at the end of the year. Team was just riding high. And
Yeah,
on that last week, just watching every single minute of adding all the points up to knowing that we could actually go from third to first, having go, within a couple of weeks, going from seventh place all the way to a possible first. We're sitting there adding the points up, just who needs to be who and
right.
how many more points do I need in order to actually secure this first place bye, and it all lined up, and like
Yeah, a lot of math's got
Gibbs
to go
going
into
out there.
that. Yeah,
Oh,
and
absolutely.
and
Gibbs going out there being a monster like he normally is. 40 points last week. That was crazy.
yeah,
Again, the guy's just been phenomenal.
and speaking of Gibbs, so what went into the decision to trade James Cook for Jameer Gibbs?
Honestly, it's kind of a hard decision because we picked up James Cook out of the rookie draft, and I believe makes Bully great again. I think they picked up Jameer Gibbs from the rookie draft as well. So, you know, uh, we both had we each had each other's guys since the rookies, and that was kind of more of a gut feeling, and honestly, gut instinct. It had nothing to do with team or statistics or with the way each player was playing. That was more of a really more of just a gut trade.
All
I mean, it
right.
worked out for both teams. James Cook's doing great over there. Makes Bully great again, but the rest of his team unfortunately kind of let him down. But like I think it worked out well for both of us in the end. But I feel like we're winning a little bit on that front.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that was a great trade. So now with the playoffs starting, you got Joe Burrow back in the last 2 weeks. I mean, this is something everybody's going to have to watch. So, how do you think he's been since his injury?
Well, we looked at it last week when he faced the Bills. I mean, he scored 28 points, which is good. 28 points is always good to score. But a pick six and a pick on top of it, the guy could have got more.
Mm-hmm.
He could have. He's seems like he's not having fun
Hold on, he
out
broke
there
up.
anymore. Just like he said in his interview, having fun. He's making mistakes. So it's definitely something there.
Yeah, I can hear you now. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, he just seems to be making mistakes, and he's not operating like he used to. So it's definitely certainly something to watch, and might have to make a couple of moves here in the future, depending on how the rest of the season goes. From here on out, but it's definitely something to keep an eye on.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
doesn't seem to be the same.
Everybody needs a ramp up period from an injury. I mean, he was out like 10 weeks or something, maybe
Yeah,
less. But
yeah, just about. Yeah, yeah. I
yeah,
mean, he went out right at the beginning of the season, so you're kind of scrambling around a little bit. Like Jordan Love, our backup, he hasn't been doing okay for this year, but there's a couple of weeks where we needed to plug in a couple of guys off the waiver. No, so we had to pick
yeah.
up old Rattler from Saints.
Good old Spencer.
Yeah.
All right, so our last question here. This comes from a famous segment that we've been doing. We're bringing it back this year. It's called Laura Wants to Know. So,
Okay.
Laura wants to know, what do you want for Christmas this year?
What do I want for Christmas? A little peace and quiet. Peace and quiet. Yeah, that'd be
All
great.
right, yeah, hey, that's appropriate. We're dads. Peace and quiet would be great.
Yeah, yeah. A little 10-month-old crawling around.
Mm-hmm.
Little peace and quiet.
Yeah. All right, Crocker. Thanks for doing this interview with us. And well, you don't have to play this week, so rest up.
That's right. You enjoy this bye and see you in the semifinals.
That's right. Yep.
Hopefully I'll see you in the championship round. Hopefully bring home the dub this year. It'll be my first dub ever. So pretty excited of what the future holds for the rest of the season.
Yeah. All right, man. Well, good luck with everything.
All right, appreciate it. Thank you.